gonna shut me up. Hi guys. I'll be right there, just doing a half an hour little pop-up. Pop-up vegan activism, but for vegans. Out of my house. By the way, who wants to see these beautiful little things? Look at these persimmons. Oh my. These are Fuyu persimmons. I'm letting them ripe right now. Each time I go to Whole Foods, I buy more, and I just get the haul going. I'm just going to start popping up and doing these whenever I can. Why not? What is this guy saying? Hi guys, anybody here? How's my hair? Oh boy, oh boy. Anybody wants to learn about B12 and how it's a lie? Come on in, ask questions. We'll tell you why it's not vegan. Yeah, so come on in, vegans. All right, what else was I doing? I got a half an hour here, so if anybody wants to learn, hey, if I can do this every day, I'll freaking do it every day for you guys. We're in the spirit of truth and sharing information. And we are not stopping. We're not stopping. It's unfair to the vegans that don't know. It's unfair to the animals. It's unfair to the humans to have this lie keeping it going. It's a lie. It's a big lie. Hey, you tops. PJ, how you doing? Nice to see you. Why does it say that? Oh, okay, there it is. Okay, cool. So my B12 capsules are not vegan. Oh my God, thank you for coming in here. Hey, nice to see you. I appreciate your supportive comments. No, they're not. Unfortunately, they're not. We're told that they are. Everything. It even says. Oh, I think I might have B12 from a long time ago. I kept the bottle. I think. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Methyl B12. Okay. Now also note on it, it doesn't say anything. Well, even cyanocobalamin, cyano B12 doesn't say contains cyanide in it. That's how obfuscating they are. But this one, methyl B12, does have cyanide in it. It has a trace. It has more minimal amounts than the cyanocobalamin, but there still is an amount of cyanide in this pill. And no, it's not vegan. And thanks for asking. So if you look at it, let's see, where is it? Bioactive B12, non-GMO. Come on, where does it say it? It should say vegan somewhere here. Oh, it does. Okay, look at this. It says vegan. I don't know if you can see it, but it says it right there, vegan, right? But who holds them to account? You know what I mean? Who holds the company to account? You can't just look at a capsule, see that it says the word vegan or says the word anything, and then just believe it. Okay, we're smarter than that. We're more intelligent than that nowadays. This little thing right here, this B12 is not vegan, guys. It's not vegan. I'll give you the rundown why. It's funny. I'm building out a short that I filmed yesterday that I'm going to launch a little later tonight that I think will crystallize it for you guys too. But you guys know palm oil is not vegan, right? Do you guys all know that palm oil is not vegan? If you don't, palm oil is not vegan, my friends. And I think it's a good little analog to this message that I'm trying to share as far as something not being vegan. Do you guys know what palm oil is? Yeah, Gary Ofsky doesn't take B12. He doesn't take that shit. He knows better. He knows better. That man doesn't find, and I quote him, he doesn't believe that health lies in a pill or a bottle. But no one wants to follow like the actual vegan activists. They just want to worship at the altar of science and material and authority. It's that collective tribe mentality, guys. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But everyone wants to be in the tribe. Oh, that's good. Good, PJ. Good. There's really nothing healthy about them, right? I still talk to people, and they're like, just regular people, maybe regular people. We'll just say my friends that are non-vegan, and vegan is like an alien name, right? It almost sounds like you're an alien. I am vegan from the planet Vega. I am not like you guys. I feel like that's also like another kind of. I won't get into that, but at one point, it's not going to be called vegan anymore, guys. It's going to be called food. That's it. It's just all food will be vegan. Tend to agree with Gary. I did stop taking B12 when I saw your other streams. Oh, thank you so much. That's amazing. And I appreciate your courage to actually do that and go against the grain. It takes courage, guys. It takes courage. Let's face it, bravery to do this. It's really easy to get sucked back into that collective. Also, I'll put up a link if anybody wants to, I don't know, wants to discuss it. I'm at that threshold now where it just doesn't matter. I've had it. I'm done. This lie needs to end. People need to catch on. I have so many strong vegan activists out there that are still gray on it. We need to get you solid on it. So if anybody wants to actually come in and, I don't debate. I'll tell you what it is and I'll discuss it with you. You can look at it as a debate, but I'll bring you on. You can ask me questions. You can try to fool me. You can try to get one over on me. But the thing is, the truth, and just like I say with my activism, when I'm out in the streets, when we're speaking up for the animals, truth doesn't move, guys. It ain't gonna move. It's just gonna be right there until you get all these clouds out of your eyes, all this industrial shit over your eyes. Get it out of your eyes. Truth doesn't move. But yeah, this little thing, it says vegan on it, but it's not vegan. For one thing, when you vote for a B12 when you go to the store and you put your ballot in the cash register and you say, I'd like to buy this B12, you're voting for underlying vivisection. You're voting for systems of vivisection. And if you actually needed it for your health, if it was a survival situation or a thrival situation, which it's not, it actually, I would contest that it actually hurts you in the long run with everything that's in it, from the cobalt, the cyanide, the bacteria, the whole myriad and cacophony of things underlying that totally I could only see and speculate to disrupt the anatomical canvas. I mean, since we don't need that, we have to understand that we're voting for vivisection. Does that make sense? We are voting for underlying systems of vivisection. Just like the people that eat the meat, cheese, milk, and eggs and that won't stop it, they're voting for systems of violence every single time that they buy meat, cheese, milk, and eggs. Well, every single time that you buy a B12, you are voting for systems of vivisection, and that is not vegan. And shame on vegan activists that are telling people to do this. Shame on them. When you know better, you do better. And if you can't even know better, you don't have the courage to know better, where your confirmation bias just eclipses all things and you just won't be wrong. Double shame on you. Triple face palm to your activism, your shit activism. Everything becomes shit. I mean, what do you I have no idea how that happened or why that happened, but now we're back on this one. I love that. I love that, PJ. I think my thing went out, and I don't even know how to get it back. Can I do this? Because this camera sucks. It's not letting me have this camera. Okay, Ian says, so B12 has nothing to do with veganism at all, right? Oh, it does. It has something to do with it. Does it use animals that I'm unaware of? Okay, palm oil. Are you aware of palm oil, Ian, Kanita? There's no animal products in palm oil. Are you familiar with it? No animal products. God, this is a terrible. Here, let me get over here because my camera just conked out. It's a little better. Still shit. This camera sucks. I should. What is it doing? Can you guys hear me now? Good, good, good. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm back now. Yeah. So palm oil is not vegan and there's no animal products in it. But because of the implications around it, it becomes not vegan. Does that make sense? Okay, good. I'm back. Sorry to give you the shitty camera, but the other one's just not working. Right? So when you're voting for B12, you vote for vivisection. I mean, you know what vivisection is, right? Vivisection bad. Vivisection bad. I'll just say that. Yeah, folic acid. You have convinced me now. I'm going to check them out. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Chuck them all. Chuck them all. Absolutely. You know, somebody asked me in a comment recently, they said, I want to become vegan, but I'm worried about it. Can you help me to put this diet together? I'm really trying to do this. And I responded with, okay,
Before we say anything, well, let's see what Ian says. No, not really. The product itself is palm oil. Am I requiring animals when wanting palm oil? You are conflating implicit and explicit. No, I don't think you get it, Ian. I don't think you get it. Do you know what happens when you buy palm oil in Malaysia? Let's see. Let's see if we can put you to the test here. And don't look at ChatGPT. Don't look online. I'm holding you to it right now, live, right here. What happens in Malaysia when you vote for palm oil? Waiting. PJ says, "What is vivisection?" So vivisection is basically an underlying system where they test on animals. They hurt them. My good friend and animal rights activist Daniel Broccoli put up a post the other day of National Geographic's photo of the year or some shit, and it was a pig in a vivisection lab because they're going to use that pig to come up with all kinds of cures and all kinds of stuff for humans, but they're going to torture, kill, all kinds of stuff just so they can use and harvest that pig and run the tests on that pig to get the information they need. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. Vivisection it underlies all like medical testing when they're testing for medicines efficacy, if it's safe. They're testing for shampoos. They're testing for different things that us as humans use that in effect permeate our anatomy. Ian, we need to help you see above things, my friend. I think you're at an impasse of kind of seeing things now. Dietarily, maybe it's vegan dietarily, but I say maybe because there's a strong chance that there's dairy operation waste runoff in the pill. One of the canvases they use to extrapolate B12 is dairy waste runoff from dairy operations. Now, if that is inside in your pill, which you don't know because they're not telling you on that bottle, then you're not eating something vegan. You are dietarily not being vegan at all because there is animal products, secretions, remnants of material of in granulated and maybe even microscopic, statuses inside of what you're eating. That's not dietarily vegan at all. It doesn't take rocket science, right? Yeah, thank you. Palm oil production destroys the environment. It destroys the forests in Malaysia and Indonesia, and it takes orangutans out of their homes. It actually kills them, separates them from their families. It's an absolute savage operation that's being run at the expense of the animals and our health, because palm oil is disgusting for your health too. Let's face it. Yeah, so I hope that helps. Also, you know, if you're eating B12, you're also saying that a vegan diet is not strong. You're saying that you're living by example. You're not only an example of that, but when you say that you eat B12, then you're actually saying that a vegan diet's not strong. And I mean, do you think the animals would like that? Or do you think they would prefer keeping the dietary notion ironclad? I mean, what do you think? Because I think the animals would want it to be known that a vegan diet is fucking strong. We're not conflating anything. It's completely connected. You just don't see it yet, my friend. You don't see it yet. But I have faith in you, Ian. I know you will. I know you will. Just if you want, I'm probably just going to pop up and just start doing these whenever. And anybody that wants to come into the stream and have a discussion, come on in. You know, I got like another 15 minutes or so. Let's do a half an hour here. I got to get ready to do some stuff. But yeah, it's one big lie. It's not vegan. So once you know better, you really can't call yourself, in my humble opinion, a vegan if you're eating this stuff. I mean, you're plant based. You can be a B12 plant baser, but you can't be vegan. Sorry, it just doesn't fit the definition when once you know better. Like I said before, I didn't know palm oil was vegan. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And you're losing track, Ian, of the whole ethos of veganism. Veganism is an ethos. It's not a diet, dude. I don't know how long you've been vegan. Maybe it did take me a little while to see this, but 13 years in, I know it. I preach it on the streets. It's an ethos, man. It doesn't have to do with diet. I don't know. I know you're going to get this. I know you're going to see this. Uh, but yeah, I ate palm oil for the longest time. I buying all the Oreos in sight. Anything with palm, I didn't care until I realized I found out that it wasn't vegan, and then it's a full stop. Once you learn that vegan, that B12 is not vegan, you got to stop buying it. Stop shoring it up. Stop paying homage to the ceremony of science and vivisection and torture and violence and killing animals. You're paying homage to that ceremony. That's not vegan, guys. It's not vegan. But yeah, what else? Also, because you're also saying a vegan diet's not strong, and then you're saying you're directing others to do things that are harmful to their bodies by putting something like lab-made cobalt into their body. That's not nice on a human-to-human level. I mean, that's backwards compatible to the whole vegan MO. Sorry, you're telling humans to do this shit. That's 100% like primary out of primacy, not vegan. Out of a kind of primacy, not vegan. All right, Ian. Sorry for the camera, guys. Lost my USB connection. So now it's a little, why does it keep doing that? But I got 10 minutes. If anyone has any questions on it. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. How do you say your name? I'm going to butcher it. Achung Bitte. Achung Bitte. But yeah, I'm going to put up a little short tonight where hopefully it'll make things clearer for people. But it's not going to stop. This messaging will continue. I will not stop, just like I won't stop being out there for the animals every single week. Once you're called, you're not going to stop. I'm called to speak up for the animals. I'm called to speak up for these lies or speak against these lies. And it ain't going to stop. So if you guys think it's going to stop, I'm just going to fade away. Get ready. Get ready for the next year. It ain't going to stop. Ian, just consider the things I say. Maybe. I mean, I understand a lot of people go with the 99% tribal collective. And I understand that you don't want to be out of the tribe. You don't want to be outcasted. You don't want to be ostracized. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But I mean, we have to look deep into ourselves and let our kind of inner knower eclipse all things, man. Like just going along with the tribe, doing what everybody else is doing. I mean, that's what we did before we weren't vegan, right? And it's 100% connected, my friend. And they want you to think that it's not connected. It's been built out, architected, and fostered just like that. So that that's the signaling they want to emit. You're not, Ian. You're not off the tribe. You're 100% in it, baby. You're in it. And our mission is to get you out of it. You're a vegan, right? You question everything. When you're voting and pushing for B12, you are 100% in the tribe. You're in the tribe. I hate to come off as harsh, but you are. Did anybody see Gregor's thing yesterday? He did a live stream, and I thought he was going to talk about B12, and he didn't, which was surprising. But we're going to review it tomorrow on Fake B12 Fridays. Everybody show up for Fake B12 Fridays. Vegans, non-vegans, activists. I think it's especially important for the activists to be stating responsible information. You're out there, other vegans, they like to watch the content and they listen to you. And when you're going around saying that you don't need or that you need B12, you're doing a disservice to those vegans. You're doing a disservice to those animals as well. And it's got to stop. We need certain vegan activists to grow up. This is pathetic. You will not answer. I support your live when you go out for vegan. This ain't that. It's the same thing, dude. It's the same thing. And feel free to unsubscribe. You can if you want. I'm an avid supporter of anybody unsubscribing from the channel. If you want to do vegan activism on your own terms, get out there and start defending them yourself and come up with your own formulation. You can do that too. But I'm out there, man. I hope to hopefully point to a reference of credence with the things that I say, but some people are just clouded by all this propagated information from bad actors in the vegan space and the non-vegan space. Does anybody else have any good questions? I got like 5 minutes and I got to head out. I'll do these. I'm just going to do these like whenever I get the convenience to do so. Right now, I'm free. If I'm alone in the house, it's much easier. You know, it's tougher when I have the wife and child here to kind of navigate and experience. But you know, I think the more we just kind of lament the truth, we'll call them like little mini vegan truth streams. That's what we'll call them. That's what I'll call them. Little mini vegan truth streams where we talk about mainly health, boycotting certain non-vegan systems, um, and ideas around that are absolutely correlated with veganism. I don't understand how it's a narrative. The narrative is what the 99% of pro B12ers are exacting, dude. And this is the problem. You've been had by them. You don't free think anymore. And you have to free think. You're a vegan, right? What's the question? Okay, here it is. Answer my question. Does palm oil require animal use? Not animal use, but when you vote for it, it affects animal abuse. I hope that makes sense. When you vote for palm oil, it affects animal abuse. I hope that makes sense. And it's a very clear, crystallized vote. Very clear, crystallized vote. Anyway, I hope you can I hope you can kind of evolve your position, my friend. And I don't mean to be harsh, but sometimes you have to exact a little strength into these things. And I'm sorry if I'm coming off harsh, and I don't want to be mean either. But we're trying to point people, you know, towards actual truths here, trying to help others, you know. What's up, Evil Steven? Sometimes you have to posture with a little strength. And you notice that when I'm on the street too. It's not just so, I mean, it's like one of those things where, you know, I don't know, you go with you. I guess I go with my intuition. Steven, how you doing? Nice to see you. We're trying to get people to kind of see over the lies here today. Having some trouble with Ian, but we know he'll get there. Stephen, you got the history book, right? Or the book on B12?
Just leave him alone.
Oh, that's funny. Wow, just so you guys know, I have a TikTok too. And I just put up a video. That's just ridiculous. I literally just put it up and it's got 500 views and 26 comments. Oh my God. And I look through all of them and they're all terrible comments. It's kind of like how the TikTok is. I make sure to put like the stronger videos on TikTok too, the ones that really hammer in the message, because people are really mean in the comments, you know? That's why I say that's what I mean by kind of going forward with our intuition, with kinds of activism utilities. You know, with YouTube, I feel like I want to be a little more tempered in that means. And same thing with Instagram. You know, underneath everything is just a kind of it's a sharing, and it's a sharing out of love, right? We want to put our arms around our human brother and sisters that are non-vegan and just share with them that they've been lied to. That's all we're doing. We just share with them that they've been lied to, and that's what's underneath everything. But they'll never hear the message at all if there's no clickbait or anything to get them to think, or maybe something that whispers to them, hey, maybe I'll go over and talk to this vegan activist or this guy out here that's looking like he's nuts with this big old sign that says vegan. He's talking to everybody. You know, how are they going to know if they're not outreached? Mainstream messagings are just too thick. They're too strong. They're too inundated. They've compounded over thousands of years, you know? I got you, Stephen. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Evil Stephen, pro tip. I would get through it quick, and then I would read it again. Like I tell people, I myself, I think I'm pretty smart. You know, I read it once and I understood the lie of it all. Like I could see the deception very clearly laid out, but I had to read it again. And I think reading through the history, which is in the beginning, the second time after knowing the context that comes later in the book, very much crystallizes the information. So if you read it once, try to read it again too. But yeah, everybody get that book. All it is a history book. That's all it is. She just literally lays out dates, times, people, happenings, and then all you got to do is use common sense and intelligence. What's up, Jake? I saw you were live today too, man. Nice to see you. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry to do this, Ian, but I'm going to make an example out of you. He says, anyone disagree? Palm oil has nothing to do with veganism other than James. Who here thinks palm oil has something to do with veganism? Yeah, say 1 if you think it does. Say 2 if you think it doesn't. And then I'll explain my thoughts. He just doesn't get it. You're watching too many of Chip streams, dude. You're lost in science and all this logic and all this ridiculous fallacy talk. I mean, you understand that all that fallacy talk, that's nothing but dogma underneath all that, right? Okay, thank you. 1, we got a few ones. Anybody going with Ian for 2? He says palm oil has nothing to do with veganism. So if you believe that palm oil has something to do with veganism, vote 1. If you think it doesn't, vote 2. We got a few ones in there. And thank you guys. It does. It has everything to do with it. Everything to do with it. You just don't see it. Issues with industries that use animals to extract it, but that can't be the only way to get it, right? Well, the thing is, Jake, we're looking at like a 90% plus basis of which is extrapolated from these geographic areas. So yeah, we can get precision tuned and do our best to really, really make sure we get this, ethically based palm oil, or we can err on the side of caution and boycott the whole gamut right away and just boycott the violence, boycott the taking orangutans out of their homes, boycott the destruction of land for animals. We can boycott all that with our non-action. So yeah, it has everything to do with veganism. And like I said, you've been watching too many of Chip streams. He's got you lost in the lab. You're lost in the lab. You guys got to get out of there. Chip, if you can hear me, get out of the lab. Get out of the lab. You're deep in that labyrinth, buddy. You're like 6 levels down. Like you're so I can't even. We got to get you out of there, man. Then I would presume, Ian, again, that you would agree that it has everything to do with veganism, just like B12 has everything to do with veganism. Veganism is a deep ethical purity that underlies the whole not seeing animals as objects. It proliferates, buddy. It proliferates. I don't know. Do you get that concept? Do you know that word? Anyway, guys, I got to go. We're 33 minutes in. I'm going to do a half an hour pop-ups of these whenever I can. Thank you guys for being here. You'll see me on Project Livestream tomorrow morning. I'll be outside of Chop Tank's Steakhouse, speaking up for our buddies and mentioning how ridiculous steakhouses are. Come if you want. I'll probably be up at 6. I'll be there at 6:30 a.m. So look forward to it. Mel and Steve are doing Project Livestream tomorrow. They got a bunch of activists going out as well. Definitely follow them and follow the different activists that go tomorrow. I think Jem Lettuce is going. I think Daniel Broccoli's going. Jake, I'm not sure if you're doing it. There's a bunch of other ones. David, the 40-year-old vegan. But it's kind of cool. We just get this big aggregate of all these people to get out in front of slaughterhouses. I'm a guy that goes out in front of the steakhouses. I know. I literally, the closest one to me is eons away. I've looked, researched it, vetted it. Maybe if I tried a little harder, I could find a slaughterhouse to go to. So don't count me out for that. But as of right now, I'm doing these steakhouses. This place tomorrow is called Chop Tank Steakhouse. And they are a house of death in there, from the parts, the cow parts and the fish parts that they sell to the people. And we're going to show the end effect of those slaughterhouses tomorrow while we're out there. So I'll be out there at 6:30 actually, 6:30 a.m. guys. And then I got street activism Saturday night, fake B12 Friday tomorrow night. Everybody show up. And this whole B12 is not vegan thing, it's not going to stop, guys. It's not going to stop until us ethical vegans, we get it. We get it, and we actually stand up for the animals. I will catch you guys later. I got to go.